All right, good morning, traders. Welcome to the Bookmap All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We're going to be going through live order flow analysis using Bookmap. The reason behind all of this order flow analysis using Bookmap is because in these electronic markets, the only way that traders can interact with the market is via their orders. Therefore, if we can start to understand the order flow, we can understand their behavior, and we want insight of their behavior. Think of it like back in the day in the pits. If you were down on the trading floor, you had very unique insight to the price action, and you know, you see traders that big traders that are getting their orders filled in certain areas, or trying to get them filled, or selling, or whatever it might be, and you can key off of some of these things. It is pretty much the same here in Bookmap using looking at the order flow in Bookmap, because we can start to understand that behavior. We can start to see the activity. We start to see the adding of orders, the interest in the market, and this is what's going to give us insight. And we have ways of looking at that within Bookmap that we cover in this webinar every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and we go over it in detail. So no matter what style of trading you're using, we can apply order flow to it. And we will cover many different elements in here. We'll also go through any kind of trading style that you guys like. Anyway, our Bookmap Academy, we encourage you. It's free as part of the Bookmap subscription, and you can journal your trades, mark up your charts, post them in our Bookmap Academy room or on social media, and get feedback from others. In fact, then on Thursday, we'll have our Academy meeting. We open the mic for you. If your content is good, then we will give you feedback on it from the coaches. Now, you need to go through a whole process and everything, and I can show you where there's more about that if you're interested. So just go to bookmap.com. And then click on the More button here, and then you'll see Bookmap Academy right here. Okay, and you can go through and read about this and sign up in here. Okay, it's just at the bottom, and put in your information, and you're in, basically. All right, now you have to go through a process, and you have to demonstrate that you're understanding the elements in the order flow, and you have to make a quota of just at least one per day, and you can earn Bookmap for free. Also add-ons, also data if you go through the process and become a coach. All right, anyway, then a subset of that Bookmap Academy is Bruce's Pilots program. The idea here is to focus on building an edge. This is the biggest distinction I see, or the biggest need that traders have, is they don't know if they have an edge. So they understand their setups, but they're just blindly taking positions with their setups. In this program, we have a structured process that you will go through and build your own edge. This is very rare. I don't see this out there, and I encourage you to come into this if you are interested in building out your edge with the community that we have here. We've got a great community, and again, there's no cost to this. You will need to have Bookmap Global or Global Plus, though. You will need a subscription. There's no way around that, right? So anyway, it's included, so come check it out if you're interested, and it is over here under that More button at bookmap.com. Right underneath the Academy here, Bruce's Pilot Program. Click on that, and you can just read through this here, see the testimonials we have from some of the traders involved here, and you can just put in your name and your email and your Discord username, and you're in. All right, anyway, so let's go and take a look at the order flow, and we'll go through the disclosures first. General disclosure, all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. The risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's jump in and taking a look at Bookmap here now. A couple of things that you will need to note here. This week is quarterly rollover. So a lot of traders actually don't trade during this week because the price action and the order flow and the behavior is different, okay, for the futures. And why is it different? Because instead of speculating, they are rolling from one contract to the next. Okay, so here we're looking at this is the June contract right here. And you can see the price here at 67.70. Let's go over to the March contract here, and it's at 67.20. So there's a 50-point difference here in the S&P. Now the price action is going to look the same, but the price actually is different. Now we're going to take a look at the higher time frame chart in here that I'm using. This is a continuous contract from Rhythmic with the ES, and it is still on the March contract. You can see 67.20 is the price here. Okay, this is the daily over here on the right, left. In the middle we have the hourly, and then here on the right is the 15-minute. Okay. All right. In fact, let me make that into regular trading hours. A nice momentum today, this morning, to the upside. We're so bit of reprieve in the volatility and for a number of reasons. So in fact, let's go back to our process in here for the Academy. This is our process 1, 2, 3, and 4. Most of the Academy, we spend our time here on number 4, going through your setup and your execution. All right, but before we do that, we need to filter down and look for prime opportunities. Okay, so let me see here. First off, everyone can hear me. Okay, yep, good morning everybody. All right, and we are good to go. Okay. All right, so impetus, what's moving the market? All right, well, we know that geopolitical concerns are huge. And that's been moving the market around all over the place. That is the environment we're in. And now geopolitical events are rather hard to prepare for. You've really got to have your nose or your eyes glued to the news. We do have a news feed in our Discord if you guys are interested. Maybe you haven't seen it, but just you'll see it up here. Scroll up to the top and then news feed here. Okay, you click on that and it's financial juice, and we have it come right into here. Right, so you can read these things when they pop up. Anyway, so now there's a bit of a delay to it. You know, it's definitely not Bloomberg, I'll tell you that. But we have something for you. All right, now. So what's going on in these markets? Well, we've got a pretty big week. We've got FOMC. It's a quarterly meeting on Wednesday. So there's going to be a lot of speculation before that. Also on Wednesday morning, we have PPI, and those are really the two biggest events. But the FOMC, that's the biggest event in the market. We'll have the economic projections, the statement, the press conference, and also the rate, the Fed funds rate. Yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind on Wednesday afternoon. All right, and what the market thinks about that. All right, we also have geopolitical or just kind of news in tech. Is also kind of shaking the markets a bit about maybe overextended in tech and worries there. That still is a theme. It's been going on for a while now. Anyway, it's something to keep an eye on and really look at some of the earnings and also some of the news on tech. Let's see, what else do we have going on in here? Well, the VIX is still up there, but it is coming down a bit. We have the VIX at somewhere around 24-ish or so, I believe. So it's above 20, but last week it was above 30 for a bit. All right, so that's the volatility that we're talking about. Now, today, I guess due to the Straits of Hormuz and the oil going through, that it's been kind of alleviated. At least it's not as tense as it was. So anyway, we're seeing the S&P go to the upside here for the day, and nice momentum here for the S&P. Guys, I kind of prefer, actually, the order flow is still good here. Well, it's actually good in both contracts. I'm going to stick with the H contract here just because that is going to align here with my continuous contract in the S&P or here in my candlestick chart. All right, so anyway, take a look at the momentum here, the gap up and the gap and go here. And we've been looking for, some key levels here. And that's the next thing, and the next element here in our process here for the Academy. What are our key levels on the higher time frames, and why are we looking at these? Let's see, Laura, why are we looking at these? Now, we've covered this many times. Laura is a coach in the Bookmap Academy, and or anyone. Why are we looking at these swings? Okay, no matter what you're doing, you're going to be looking at some of the swings. Okay, and this is the easiest thing to look at, in my opinion, because even your candlestick chart or any kind of chart, even a line chart, is going to show it, and you can look at profiles on all sorts of things. It really doesn't matter, but like profile for last week in here, on Friday or so, you're going to look at this profile in here, right? So let me get my pen tool up. Something like this, right? Okay, well, what's that profile going to look like? Okay, and these are the swings. So this is where up here is rejection. Okay, market didn't go up there. It was up here earlier, but it was trending down. Okay, so maybe it'll come up here today. We don't know that yet, right? But I would say if you are long, and this is the Friday's high up here. This is a good place to, or is it Friday's high? It's a good place to take some profits. All right, now the profile of this, I can draw it out here. You guys will probably know, or have profile on your higher time frame. So it's going to look something like this in here. It's going to come down, and then it's going to start to bulge out here, and then it's going to go something like that, right? And that's going to be your B-shaped profile. Anyway, you don't really need to. You can just look at this volume in here and kind of put that together. That chop around in here is going to build out that profile. Now, let's take a look at the price action in here as well. Pretty interesting. So here's a swing here, right? And this back and forth. We take it across. And now we're above exploring this area in here, and we're cutting right through it. Okay, so if we're talking about profile, and you guys are looking at your market profile, in this case, be more like volume profile. Now, we do have it on the higher time frame as well. A new add-on. Now, it's still kind of in the testing phase, and I don't want to cover it right now, but some of you guys have access to it, and we're gonna cover more of it in the near future. Right? But anyway, we know that there's rejection up here, right? And that's where we're looking for price to come up and test, because it is in a trend. It is exploring to the upside. Okay, so let's zoom in here and start to understand that. And let's look at the order flow in here to understand that. You were yeah, okay. All right, thanks, Laura. You were banning a fake Bruce profile. No, no, never mind, never mind. It's fine. I just was asking a question about the swings and the higher time frames. That's it, James. We're expecting a reaction. Yep. And because there's traders in here, and they're going to be reacting at certain areas. Here, let's just go through a really, really simple thing in here. Okay, this is a channel, and let me use the channel tool. Actually, I won't. I'll use the just the line tool in here. Okay, because it's a little skewed here. Okay, in this, and this is auction market theory, but it's in a diagonal. What's going on in here? Okay, well, responsive selling will be up here. Here they are, right here, right? And then responsive buying, as you can see right here. Okay, so and then price comes up here, and it's like, you know, not interested. They're not people are not interested in taking this higher and exploring price higher at this time. In fact, you see the sellers come in. Where are they going to go? Well, let's see if this holds in here. It seems to be holding right now. It kind of, you can see it kind of tested below it here to this swing here, and it rejected. It came back up, and now it's at the top of this swing here. Now, if we see buyers in here, and we're starting to, I would look at for price to come up to this area up here. Okay, this swing, right? And you can see we have liquidity up here. All right, so let's see if we can get buyers come in, and we look for a very simple and pretty quick move from 25 to 28. Okay, and then we'll see after that. But that's kind of like, you know, just the kind of the meat and potatoes of it right now. Okay, well, you can see like we come up to this swing so far, and we found some sellers. This is where we previously found some sellers. Okay, I don't think the buyers are finished yet, but we'll see. Okay, we've come back down to this little swing here. Okay, and we're finding some sellers. Okay, interesting. Let's see if we get some buyers now. Okay, so James, here's where we got our reaction up here. Okay, so now where you can see what's going on in here. We're transitioning from this uptrend into sideways market. Okay, and it started with this break in here, my opinion. All right, let's see if we get. Let's see if they come in. I mean, I'm seeing more selling and more selling in here. If we get back up above this selling in here, I think we can get the move back to 28. Okay, these guys would be trapped in here, and they would be the fuel for the fire to the upside here. And we're in a back and forth environment in here at the moment. Okay, we just transitioned. Now that transition, these are things you can take away from the price structure and the order flow. Okay, well, look for some of these areas where there's big selling, and look where we break some of the swings in here or break the channel in here. Okay, let's see if we can get our squeeze here. Okay, so this would be a squeeze play, just a squeeze right now. I'd look for these buyers in here to squeeze these sellers, and then come back up into maybe we can break the high up into like 29 or 30 up here. Okay, we got a reaction up here before, but now we're back up above it and we see some buying. Let's see if they're going to be interested in continuing buying up here. And someone was asking about this kind of algo activity around the price action here. Yep, here you can see a nice one. Look at this stair stepping up here, and clearly an algo. You know, adding or pulling from an area, adding it up above, pulling, adding up above, etc. And it looks like they got filled in here. Okay. Whereas like years ago, we would look at this and well, we would see if they got filled or not. We still do that, but did they get filled is kind of the question. If so, then they're chasing, and you know, they're looking to, like, you know, get out of the market basically. Okay, so anyway, I know this looks kind of jumbled in here. It's pretty straightforward though. We're just talking about some of these swings and reaction. We're looking at the order flow within them, okay, where the transactions take place, and where the liquidity is. And it's really these three elements over and over and over again. All right, well, we're kind of running out of steam here by these buyers. So it's we might start to see a transition take place here from that buy side to sell side. Okay, I don't see anything really good. Vinfra, I'd pointed out if we saw it. I don't see anything really good right now. I mean, I'm seeing some selling in here, picking up right in there. So then if there's more selling, and also obviously this big cluster right up here, right? So now let's see if the how much selling pressure, how much supply do they really have? Okay, and are they willing to trade right back down to 18 here? And we're not getting too much insight to it right now. All right, let's take a quick step back. Okay, this is, if we zoom out a bit more, you can see that sell side coming in here, right? All right, let's take a step back though, and let's take a look at the bigger picture here. Okay, so here we are in the price action up here. We have not come up to the swing up here, which is around for the H contract 67.33 to 37 or so. And momentum still to the upside, but we're seeing it kind of slow down here. Same on the hourly and same on the daily. Curiously enough, like the daily, we never came back down into this lower, these lower swings here. And I thought we would, due to the news, also due to the breakout of all of this in here. Okay, that we get price discovery and we would at least come back down and test some of these lower areas here, and we haven't. I mean, it came down pretty far, but it came right back up, and it came right back up into the middle of the range in here, or this price action here shows it better on the hourly. Okay, there's still a gap in here as well. Okay, the gap is here, that has not been filled. Okay, you can see it a little bit clearer here. And that's why I'm still looking for this momentum to the upside. We'll see if we get it here. And this is pretty typical during this time of day at 10:30 to go from trending environment to chop, and then we'll see something. We'll see some follow through probably in the next 45 minutes or so. Yeah, there's not much liquidity getting filled. Tommy, I agree. Tommy, I don't know. Let's look at the other contract in here. Yeah, you can still see the algo activity in here. Now, you guys, you can also you don't if you want to get rid of some of this algo activity in here, right? You're gonna see it a lot more prevalent during rollover. But if you want to get rid of it, there are two ways to or two add-ons for it. And now here come these buyers in here. Let's see if they can get back up. In this case, up to about 80. Anyway, so one way is to use the this one's free. It is the do I have it in here as well? The Trader Map Pro, Trader Map Lite right here. Okay, this one is free. Now there's 3 settings on this one, and you can see it just opened up here. So it's a derivative of this instrument here. But what it does is it takes out that high frequency, high liquidity, high frequency of trend of transitioning. So they'll add it, they'll pull it, they'll add it, they'll pull it, like this in here, right? Now this one, it didn't get rid of it here. It's kind of a remnant of it, but you can see a little bit of it, like some of the remnants of it, right? Instead, look over here, and you can see it a lot more prevalent. Okay. Okay, so my point is, Tommy, is like now we can, if you want to use this tool or the Trader Map Pro, which is the you can filter even more for it. There's only 3 settings in here that you have with the Trader Map Lite, and it only works on a few instruments as well. S&P, the Russell, and Nasdaq. Okay, and you've got standard, high sensitivity, low sensitivity. Okay, whereas the Trader Map Pro works on any of the instruments that have market by order data, and you can filter it to instead of just 3 levels, 3 settings, you have a slider in there. Okay, we're breaking down. And next swing down here, looking for a reaction down here. Okay, around this 64. Woody's down at 60. Okay, so we're hitting into that 60 liquidity down here. And yes, I am anticipating a reaction down here by buyers at this point. And I would look for them to trade back up to, the 64. But let's see if we can get up a little higher, kind of where it dropped from up here around 68. So there's the 64. And let's see if they've got a little bit more here. And nothing right now. What I find curious in here is this. Actually, if we zoom out here, this isn't curious to me. Like we kind of start to see the when we zoomed out here, we saw this kind of the selling in here and some selling in here, but we're still in this uptrend. There's no kind of level in here, really. I mean, okay, here's a swing on the 15-minute, but that's not enough in my book. I really am looking for, this is really good momentum. So maybe we're just taking a break and then come back up here. But we'll have to wait and see here. Okay, so all we got was the move to 64 and then the drop right back down. Yeah, it's not really the good clear transition in here either. I mean, it's mostly this this selling in here, and then it starts to pick up in here. Broke the trend line. All right, filling in or just testing into this low volume node in here. Okay, that's going to be, let's take a look at that one because we were talking about this yesterday, and it's going to be important to cover that with the release of the low volume pullback. And now this isn't a low volume pullback in here at all that we're looking for. But we're talking just about the low volume area in here. This is where it broke out from, okay, after the cash open. And continued higher. So let's see what we get in here. Are we going to fill this in? Are we auction into this area and kind of fill it in? Or are we going to reject out of here and find a bunch of buyers come in, trade back up to 60, maybe 64, or even where it dropped from up here around 72? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here, is this move here, right? All this buying that came in, are they going to be supporting it in here? Yeah, first area would be around this 64-ish, or this swing up here. Well, actually, I guess maybe this swing here at 61.5, but like I like this one better here. Which contract is better to trade right now, Vinfrub? It's kind of up to you. I mean, they're pretty close in terms of volume. Look at the liquidity in the order book in here as well. Just let's zoom into kind of current price. You're seeing 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s up and or further away in the order book here. If we go over to the ESH contract, there's a bit more, right? But remember though, what they're doing in here is they're trading out of this contract. A lot of traders are trading out of this contract into the new one. And I'll be honest, like, from my side, like, I don't really care too much as long as there's liquidity. Okay, and whatever looks cleanest to me, basically. It really depends. Like, I know other traders that, God, they won't even trade during this period because things are, like I said earlier, like, they're reacting to different things instead of what they typically react to. And then, yeah, sometimes they're more interested in the open interest of the new contract. Okay, establishing positions where this is in the H contract. This is old open interest. Okay, that's exiting basically. Look at it now. Now it's really starting to shift. See, look at the this algo in here, right? So see how it's picking up? It's kind of building. It started to build right here, right? In my book, or what I can see in here. So right around 10:12. Let's take a look at the contract spec. I've got it up. Okay, the crude oil is still on the April contract here, but as you can see right here, let's take a look at the ES contract. Got it. Yeah, you can see here's the change in open interest, right? And here's the total volume. Okay, and let's go to the quotes though. And yeah, you can see it did shift over here. So it is shifted now, right? So this contract is actually trading more volume right now. Okay, the June contract. It's really interesting to see. Like, it probably happened right around in here. I would imagine you'll see the algos flip on. All right, and that's kind of indicative of it. I'll keep it open, but let's jump over to the M contract. And let's bring up the volume here. I missed that one. Usually I'd be looking all over this here. Instead, we're thinking range bound and at least one more test back up here. The reason for me, to be honest, is like I said earlier, like, we didn't come up to the level here. We didn't have the key level, right? So that, for that reason, like, I'm missing this. And that's the, one of the four elements in the trendline break accumulation. And we do have some, high liquidity getting filled in here on a couple levels. I mean, that's pretty clear. That's still grinded higher though. Really? The open interest comes out at the end of the day, Alois, but the volume for the ES always rolls on Monday. Yeah, different instruments like are sometimes Tuesday for the NQ. Um, their behavior is different. Uh, the interest rates typically interest rate products are the first to roll, and, and then the stock indexes, and then uh, for quarterly at least, and then I see the currencies. But recently I've seen the currencies, future currencies, roll early as well. Just keep an eye on it. Well, it looks like sellers want to take it back down to the low of the day here. So around 40. Okay, we're through 50. Yeah, it depends. It depends on the instruments, even like the how thin it is, etc. I mean, you want to trade the most liquid if you can. Okay, there's a lot of buying right there at 45. Big spike. We're still trending down, but all right, let's see if we get some aggressive accumulation in here. I mean, we see it, right? But I want to see it kind of pull away and accumulate in here. That would be great. Then buyers come up and break it, and then back up into, well, the swing first, 52. I like this area up here too, 61, 60. Not really seeing that accumulation in here. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more up here. Got some that auctioned up here. All right, a little bit more. Not much, just kind of a retest. Yeah, don't really have a key level either. Yeah, exactly. Tommy, is it Tommy or Tommy? Our swing is down here, right? So yeah, okay. So sellers are coming in, going for the swing. Uh, okay. Now we've got okay. We're below 50. We're almost 10 points below 50. Okay, this is something that we've seen many times on a trend down. And we'll look at the bigger picture here, but now we're starting to see the high liquidity getting filled in these areas in here, and we're starting to see some buying coming in here, right? And we're at the lows in here. So now we're also noticing the passive liquidity. Okay, these areas getting filled in here. Okay, so now we look for a break of structure and aggressive accumulation in here. Okay, so this is very typical, right? If we get this, if we see that aggressive accumulation in here. Now again, we're not really at, well, yeah, we are at a key level. So we just came down to the swing of the day. Okay, all right, so it's same as Tommy, but not with the A sound. Okay, so let's take a look at it. This is getting interesting. So the for that trendline break accumulation trade, we want to see that accumulation, passive accumulation down here in these areas. Okay, this one up here doesn't really count. There was still more selling, and we know that. Okay, we want to look where it's starting to kind of, it's down here at this area, and we want to see it absorbing the selling pressure. Here it doesn't, this doesn't count up here. I see sometimes people mark that up in the chart saying like, okay, here's 1, 2, and 3 passive accumulation. And what we're looking for is the context of that passive accumulation, that it is starting to absorb that selling pressure. Okay, and then we're looking for these pockets of buying starting to come in, and we do see that. Okay, here's another one in here, and then we're looking for Vinfra. We're looking for this the potential for the sell side to buy side switch here. Okay? And this is where the delta bars and the dots will really help you. Okay, I mean, we're still sell side here. Okay, but we're really starting to notice these things in here. I'm gonna clear all my drawings for the moment here. I'm gonna bring down the heat map a little bit. Okay, so this is just a small pocket in here, right? We don't see a transition. It's just a small pocket of buying. It's mostly selling. This here is a pretty big pocket, no doubt about that. And we saw that. All right, that's getting better. Okay, buyers should be able to take it up to 48 or 50 here. Okay, that's enough for the retest back up into here. In my book, that was enough. All right, started to see that grow. We were looking for it. We're looking at the passive liquidity and the passive accumulation, okay, which we got. Okay, we're at a key level, and we also had pockets in here. of that buying. Okay, so now we've hit our single. Okay, we've come up to 50, and is there liquidity up here? There was some liquidity here at 48. Okay, that did transact, and let's see if there's still more buying in here. Okay, now we might be able to turn this into a continuation pattern in here. Okay, now see Vinfra, see this in here? And now we saw it build, and that's a pretty aggressive trade. You know, in here, in hindsight, it's a lot easier, but we were looking kind of in here, right? I mean, we were mentioning it, right? That when we're looking for the move up into here. Now we're looking forward to see if we get more aggressive buying, and this snowballs, okay, into a much bigger move now. Okay, and let's see if we can get that. Okay, we're at a key level. We have the elements now. Okay, as Tommy had said, like we weren't at a key level earlier. Now we are. Now we have the pocket of buyers in here. Still sell side, but we have the liquidity down here getting filled. Okay, this one counts. This one counts a bit in here, but there were see how this in here. This is the context I'm always talking about. This one here. This high liquidity in here, sellers hit it and traded through it. And there's still, look at the size of the dots in here. Okay, there's still sell side pressure in here. Okay, small pullback, sell side pressure in here. Okay, now look at this in here. See how it's getting kind of choppy in here, and we don't see all that sell side pressure in here. And we have a lot of buying here, big spike here. Okay. All right, some selling, they come right back in, sellers come right back in. We're still sell side in here. Then we started to note it in here. Okay, and we're looking for just hitting that single up to here, and let's see if we can get this to turn into something bigger. Okay, let's draw in our trend line in here. I wish I should have done earlier. And we're just talking about structure now. It's really only about the structure that we're talking about. And structure can be horizontal. There's a structure here. Okay, and we are breaking that. We are above it. Okay, looking for buyers now. See how they're coming in? All right, looking for 60. I'm looking for the buyers to take it up to 60. This looks like our continuation pattern in here. If we can get back up, and this is a good target here at 60. I like it. Okay, we're above this structure. Okay, we broke this one. We broke the diagonal, and we're above the horizontal. Okay, now do we see more accumulation in here? Let's zoom in here and take a look. Okay, so some liquidity just got filled in here, but do we still see more buyers back up above? Okay, a little bit of back and forth here so far. Okay, there's still more buyers, definitely. Okay, that could even be a low volume pullback. It's not. It's a low volume node. All right, so now let's see. Looking for them. Let's see it, buyers. And let's get back up into. I really like the 60 level up here, okay, or even 65. Start to align it. Okay. Also, guys, what else is going on in here? What else do you see? Okay, this is for a lot of those pilot program guys, and if you're interested in this is what we go through, and you guys have marked up some beautiful charts in that pilot program. Great stuff. And you are learning this through experience, through replay modes, using replay mode again and again, and then trading this differently. Or if you make mistakes, or if you trade it okay, but you want to look at it again, trade it again and again. This in here, guys, this is like that that practice, intentional practice we were talking about. Okay, in replay mode, that okay, this is starting to unfold. What are you looking for? When are you going to get in? How are you going to put your stop? How are you going to trail it? What about your take profit? Are you going to hit a single just for now? Okay? Or are you looking for the bigger move? There's a lot of different things to retrade within the same file. And guys, I'm gonna hold afternoon webinars for the pilot program. So look for that soon, very soon. Maybe we can have a few this week. Okay, I have the new materials for you for the. Well, I still have a few more files. I'm kind of double checking. It was kind of it was more complex than I thought. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, looking for this. Let's see, is there liquidity up here? Okay. Now another thing, if you guys are, pilot program guys, when you are looking for this and you're looking for trailing your stop, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe you got in here when it kind of broke out here, right? And your stop would have been down here. Okay. Now, after it kind of broke through this area in here, you can put your stop up here. Okay. Now look at the swing up here, and it broke through that. Now you can put your stop up here. At this point here, you can put your stop up here. Okay. Now it broke through this one here, right? I may move my stop up to here, or I may keep it. I need to see it break and accept. See how it didn't? So it retested here. Okay, I need to see it accept, and I'm looking for acceptance above this area here. Okay, otherwise we would have been stopped out, which maybe is okay. Maybe you trail a stop up like this, and it broke above it, and you're going to move it up, and you're going to protect your profits. That's a way to go too, right? It's up to you. I'm just saying it, and we'll go back and I'll use this file here for today in the program. I'll put it into the database there for you guys to retrade it, and go through each one with intention in here. No, it's not an IB low, initial balance low. It's the swing. Here's the cash open. Here's the swing. Here's the retest. This is the key level. Okay, it just so happens, Tommy, that it lines up with the initial balance. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like about these swings, they're significant. It's not, if you're looking at and you have a study for initial balance, great, go for it, right? But I mean, the simple logic here, with this being the 930 cash open and this being the swing low, I am looking for a reaction down here at this swing low. Okay, now we had a whole bunch of things in here align before that reaction took place down here at that swing low. Yeah, no, and why I mention it like this, because it's not to like say like to Dalton and Stadelmeyer and all these guys who are just, I mean, those guys are giants. And, they came up with the whole market profile and championed it, and it just made a massive change. I'm just saying that these things overlap, and this is a key level down here. Okay, now their initial balance is here. Let's just go through it. Here to 1030, 930 to 1030, right? So this is your initial balance high here. This is your initial balance low here. Okay, and where's the midpoint? Well, let's just double click on this here, and we can take a look at the midpoint here at 59. Okay, I'm just using the width, and I know that this is the midpoint of that square, right? And there it is there. Okay, so now we've already come up to that midpoint and tested it. Okay, Now, if you have studies for that and you want to take some profits at the midpoint, go for it. Right? I'm just saying, like, here's a swing as well at 60, and that was a target for us without knowing it was the midpoint. Or if you're a fib trader, you're going to be looking at that, and there's going to be a reaction up here by those types of traders. Okay, that's what's really key, is who's looking at what and who's reacting to what. And here we go. Here's the profit taking right there. Okay. All right. So now see how you would have been knocked out most likely. Maybe not. You might still be in this if you moved your stop up here. Okay. If it was down here, I would now move it up. Okay. I would move it up to here now. Is Trading His Life in here? Yes, he is. Trading His Life. Give us your stops insights. Is Shark in here? No. I would say one insight, I'm waiting for him to write here. One insight, though, is take a look at the price action up in here. And do we start to see a turnaround in here? Do we see, like, all of a sudden massive selling starting to come in? It's not bad, actually, right? So you don't have to take your stop here. If this is the midpoint or a key level, and you want to take your profits, and you see traders telling you like they're coming back down for the swing in here, don't take your stop, just get out. Right now, it's up to you. It's really, this is where it has to fit your trading style, because now we would have been stopped out here, but we were mentioning it over here, right? And we would have gotten another 5 points out of it or so. Okay, so your stop is maybe would it be here? 55, 55 and a half, or Trading Life, or were you down here below 52? Okay, you're up around 55 or so. Okay. All right, nicely done. Nice trade, guys. All right, now this is all hypothetical. That's what we're in here to do, is go through these and answer any questions that you have. But this is the process. We provide for you, we've got like 20 replay files of this setup. This is a reversal setup. Okay, it takes some time and for it to unfold. That was part of the reason of covering the reversal setup first. Yeah, Tommy, you're seeing it. I mean, you've been putting in a lot of work. Okay, and we told you though to continue on in replay mode, because you were still honing your process. You still hadn't like you were using the automatic trail stop, and down here. Let's just put it on in here. This one here, which you can use it, but I wouldn't use it for this setup in here. Not for the pilot program. You'll manually move up your stop. Okay? You're just going to get more out of it. You're going to understand so much more. That you're going to understand structure and acceptance above, and creating a new structure and then moving your stop. Okay, and that'll help you not just with the stop placement. That's going to help you with everything. Right. So anyway, that was one thing. There are many things, and you were trading the live market, Tommy, and I just wanted to mention, I'm not trying to get on your case, but like for those new into the pilot program, think about it. We've been in here for like just about over an hour now, and we waited for this to happen, you could have gone through this recording in replay mode, and you could have traded this probably 10 times, or you could have traded a whole bunch of other files and marked up charts. You could have had at least 5, let's just call it 5 trades within an hour. Okay, you're going to learn so much more. You're going to be on the fast track. Okay, waiting for this to unfold in the live market is the biggest distraction. Okay, so anyone who is new into the program, go through the materials, get really good at it. You're going to gain experience really quickly. And that is the fast path. Okay, the markets are kind of like a the sirens that they're just you hear the singing and you're attracted to it and it drives you nuts and you want to be part of the action or whatever. The markets are, it's just a huge temptation, and don't buy into it. Okay? Who cares about the action? Get really good at one thing, then move on to the next thing. Yeah, the other distraction is indicators, the two biggest. Okay, people are looking at way too many things and trying to, instead of studying just a few elements, here, let's bring up the checklist, actually. Instead of just studying a few elements like we have here for the program, just here's 4 elements. This is by design. Yeah, we could have added 8 in here, but just keep it simple, because when they unfold, you want to be able to recognize them. And through your marked up charts, you will be able to do that. Okay, interesting. So look at this in here. What's happening now, right? Here, let me just bring down the, and I'll get rid of all these lines in here. Hold on. I will keep this guy up here, 65, and we'll keep the high here. Let's get rid of that though. Okay, so now this one's really interesting. Is this a low volume pullback in here? I wouldn't call it that. This is just too high a volume in here. But look where we're bouncing off of. See the structure? So it's our line here. And it is these swings and this structure. This is where we're looking for the breakout. Okay? And we are accepting above it still. And now we'll see now if we do or not. Bring this back. And what do I see in here? I see chop. Okay, I don't see Vinfra. I don't see that transition in here. I mean, like, maybe I was thinking, maybe these buyers will be able to lift it back up and then get up to 65 in here. But you can see that sellers came back in, and look at your volume bars, look at your volume dots and the size. Now look at where they're unfolding too, right? So there's not too much selling here, but once they got below that buying in here, they're picking up on that selling. So maybe we'll come back and revisit back into this range in here. Okay, let's see. This is where we would look for those sellers in here. And I don't know, the first test would probably be around this 48 level. Or another scenario is this just turns into our big value area. You know, we're at 67.50 in the M contract, so right at the figure here, or half figure, so maybe that's what it turns into. Okay, I'm not seeing price really wanting to drive it one way or another right now. Or the order flow. So regarding this this trend line break accumulation in here, you know, this reversal in here, look at it. There's a few other things to take away from this. Okay, I like looking at these measured moves. This is going to be pretty similar in terms of measurement here up to here, right? So, and that was also the midpoint of all the price action. That's the 50%, the fib. So, you know, there's a lot of reasons to look at this level up here. Okay, now the buyers are coming back in. Okay, so yeah, let's get back here to 60. That's some pretty good buying in here. See, now we are starting to see a bit of a transition. Okay. I don't know, maybe. Let's just see if we can get a pullback into right here. See this little structure here? Just looking for a pullback to there. And then let's see it reject, and let's see buyers come back in. Okay, so that's what I'd be looking for in here. Here's our low volume node right in here. Okay, now see, this is the impulse move. Now there's a few things to be careful about the impulse move. Okay, what time frame? Okay, because look at this impulse move. It's still within all this price action in here. So it's not going to be, it's not the greatest one, right? In fact, I was always dissuading people before. You're not really looking at this being the impulse move. Now, on this small time frame, yeah, you would, but it's just a small time frame. You're not looking for much out of it. Now, it might turn into something bigger. So let's see now. Okay, so we're looking for low volume in here. Then buyers coming in here. And let's see, at 58.25, do we get our buyers? Not yet. Yeah, instead it's kind of filling that area in. Yeah, yeah, that's why we really want to see this move here outside of this price action. Okay, 217 contracts here at 55. Let's see if these buyers look like they want them. Looks like they're going to try to take them on. Let's see here. Okay, one player is holding probably 200 contracts there, maybe more. See the little white line there? That's our large lot tracker. Okay, nothing, not one. It best offer went up into it, but not one contract traded up here yet. 12, only 12, one tick below. Right, so far it's holding. Okay, now we got a few contracts in there. One contract, there we go. There's 110. Okay. And you can see there's still 108 up here. There they go. Okay, so now it transacted. Do we get buyers above it? Is there still demand here? Aggressive demand at this point? Or did they absorb all of it? Looks like there is. Okay, all right, buyers. Let's see you take it back up to 60-ish. Yeah, back up to our line here. Okay, back to the swing. The liquidity's up here. There seems to be plenty of demand here so far. We haven't seen a big stop run yet either. Okay, so just trading up into 60. There they go. Now, guys, I would be taking some profit up there. We don't know, but that's a nice move. It's up to the swing. We had our line up there earlier, but we don't know. And we might break out up into 65. We can come up even to some of these other levels up in here. Anyway, let's do a quick review and go through. What do we start off with here? Started off with well, we were looking for the momentum move up into here, and we still might get it today, but you can see that right now it's turned into, all we did was retest the open here, and then that's where we saw the kind of reversal unfold, and we're just back up into that midpoint area here, and maybe we just kind of build this out in this area in here. I don't know. Anyway, so we saw a nice move off of, we had our setup in here, started to note those pockets of buying, high liquidity on the bid getting filled, so that was good. Then we saw our break of the structure, and then the move up. Okay, and then it was kind of retesting the structure here, and it's accepting. Okay, so this is good. This is bullish. All right, no other questions. Let me see. I didn't check over here in YouTube. Sorry, guys. All right, so Carrie is doing well. You're welcome for these streams. Yeah, I would. You may. I mean, you're using a free version, and you want to get Bookmap. Great. I would recommend that you might want to check out that pilot program. Like I said, all these materials are over there, so that you can practice. It's like Oh God, I mean, if it's your whatever sport, it doesn't really matter. If you're a skier, it's taking another run through the slalom course, and you're just going again and again and again. Um, or let's use the pilot analogy here. In fact, that's kind of what this was based on was the flight simulators or some of the virtual race cars or racing programs that are out there or video poker players, how they can play like thousands of hands in a day and literally and that's that's gaining experience. You're putting in your time. Now it has to be um, with intent though. Just you're just not putting hours in. You've got to put in hours with a goal, basically, right? So make sure that you are working on that goal. And now, how can you help yourself on that? It's in the community. So come to the community over in our Discord channel into the pilot program, and there's coaches. There's feedback that you're going to get, and you're going to be around people who have a lot of experience in there, and that's going to be really key. Okay, so you need to be around that group of people that are going to help you, and we're only studying one setup right now. There will be another this week. Okay, I'm a little leery about it. I know you guys have been waiting and waiting. Some of you are ready, and many of you are ready. I don't want to make it confusing, but we've got to have some in there regardless. So I really like this setup here, this reversal setup in here. The reason being is the understanding this relationship with the passive liquidity. It's just really great. Like right now, okay, so we are breaking out, right, and we're coming back up, and look at the volume in here. It looks good. Okay, and we didn't know. We were looking at it right here, and I was taking my profit up here at 60. Okay, because we saw this big transaction into that high liquidity, and we knew that there was still more buying pressure above it, aggressive buying here. Okay, if there's more aggressive buying, they should go to the next area and the swing, and then we're going to anticipate another reaction. That's where I didn't know there was enough buying pressure in here to be able to do this. Okay, we speculated on it, said maybe, but this looks like a pretty good move to me. It's a 4 or 5 point move, about a 5 point move. Get out, and then we are anticipating some sort of reaction, and we did. We just got chop, and then you see the buying come back in. Putting this context together is what you'll be able to do. Yeah, we're on the M contract, Matt. Yeah, we're here Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays for this stream. Okay, we're going to go over more and more from the pilot program. No questions over in Discord. Okay, we're good. Guys, this is not a low volume pullback in here. And then we're kind of looking at this kind of impulse move. And like I said, it's within the price action. We want to see it, outside of the price action. Okay, so your low volume pullback, and this is not low volume in here. So this is it's off, right? Not looking for it. It might turn into it, or it might turn into a continuation move, but I'm not seeing. I'm seeing sellers in here, a pocket of sellers. I know that we've traded up into high liquidity along the way, and so I'm really not looking for that big impulse move. Brent, so yeah, reach out to us, and you said you signed up, but you didn't get an email Reach out in the general, I think it's in the general chat. Is that right, everybody? And then we can give you access to it. We need to double check though. You've got Bookmap, etc. Heck, we can do it here. Yeah, it looks like you got it. So, Alois, did you give him access? Okay. All right. So now you should have access. And then let me show you, okay, where to go. Okay, so Dan just kind of recategorized or organized this. I think it's much better. You know, we can see these sections a lot better, I think. For me, it's a breath of fresh air. General is here, and you know, there's a general chat. This is where you usually come in when you're brand new to our Discord. But now you'll see under Academy here, this section, you'll see the Bookmap Academy here. And then now you should see, Brent, you might need to do control refresh to be able to see the materials in here. But now you should have access to the chat. You won't have access to the coaches. And then, I mean, you will in the chat, but this is for just us coaches to talk about, go over things here. Then you see the program materials here. Go here. Okay, this is where to go. Here are the replay files here. Here's about the program, and here's how to get started. All right, I'm going to readdress some of this stuff too, because we got a whole bunch of new materials. Anyway, you'll see another one in here for LVP, low volume pullback, soon. All right. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Thanks for coming, everybody. Good session, and we'll do it tomorrow. We'll see you then, and have some exciting stuff for you later in the week. Okay. Yep. Take care, everyone. Hit the like button over in YouTube, or subscribe to the channel, and better yet, you know, join our Discord. And yeah, hope to see you over there. Okay. Yep. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll catch up with you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.